I think it's something that you need to hear. I get a, I get a lot of letters anymore. I think people down around Washington, D.C. must have got my number. I sure get a lot of mail. Most of the letters, of course, want money. That's usually the reason they write. But I don't have lots extra to give, so what I've been telling them, it's time to pray. Some of our congressmen and senators, they want money, and so I tell them, I don't have any to give you right now, so it's time to pray. That's what I've been telling them. The title of my piece here is The Price They Paid. Have you ever wondered what happened to the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence? 5 of the signers were captured by the British as traitors and tortured before they died. 12 had their homes ransacked and burned. 2 lost their sons in the Revolutionary Army. Another had 2 sons captured. 9 of the 56 fought and died from wounds or the hardships of the Revolutionary War. They signed and they pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. What kind of men were they? 24 were lawyers and jurists, 11 were merchants, 9 were farmers, and a large plantation owners. Men of means, well educated, but they signed the Declaration of Independence knowing full well that the penalty would be death if they were captured. Carter Braxton of Virginia, a wealthy planter and trader, saw his ship swept from the seas by the British Navy. He sold his home and properties to pay his debts and died in rags. Thomas McKean was so hounded by the British that he was forced to move his family almost constantly. He served in the Congress without pay. His family was kept in hiding. His possessions were taken from him, and poverty was his reward. Vandals or soldiers or both looted the properties of Ellery, Clymer, Hall, Walton, Derwent, Hayward, Rutledge, and Middleton. At the Battle of Yorktown, Thomas Nelson, Jr. noted that the British General Cornwallis had taken over his Nelson home for his headquarters. The owner quietly urged General George Washington to open fire. The home was destroyed. The enemy jailed his wife, and she died within a few months. Hart was driven from his wife's bedside as she was dying. Their 13 children fled for their lives. His fields and his grist mill were laid waste. For more than a year he lived in forests and caves, returning home to find his wife dead. His children vanished. A few weeks later he died from exhaustion from a broken heart. Norris and Livingston suffered similar fates. Such were the stories and sacrifices of the American Revolution. These were not wild-eyed, rabble-rousing ruffians. They were soft-spoken men of means and education. They had security, but they valued liberty more. Standing tall, straight, and unwavering, they pledged for the support of this declaration with a firm reliance on the protection of the divine providence. We mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. They gave us a free and independent America. We intend to keep it. Will you make that commitment too? This was put out by the American Pistol and Rifle Association. And I'm concerned about these evil people wanting to get the guns, because I think if our people lose the guns, we'll have lost it all. That's what I think. Because without a gun, how can you protect yourself? Thank you.